This video, we will talk about central finance and how data governance is important in managing central finance processes as well as data. So as we are moving ahead, this is the 22nd video of the series. We are moving in FAQ format. Do like, subscribe and share the channel with your peers and colleagues. Let's go to the topic. So first is, what is data governance? What exactly data governance is? So data governance is a data management concept concerning the capabilities that enables an organization to ensure the high level data quality exists throughout the life cycle of our data, and data controls are implemented that support business objective. I not read all this. So the idea is, one is data management. You create your customer, vendor, material and several other data, even like employee data. Another is you keep that data clean, and you clean it once, you stay clean, and then you govern the data. In what system the data should be created first, how it will flow, what field should be hidden, what access should be provided. Data privacy has to be considered as well. What kind of data should reach to what systems, where for example employee personal data, it cannot be open to those systems which are being accessed by the non third parties or other applications. So those what that summary is data governance, how you control your data, which gives you the control, as well as you manage the data at enterprise level. It is not at system level, it is at enterprise level, which include multiple systems in the layer. Why it is important in CFIN scenario? So when multiple systems are source of data, for example, you have 10 ECC systems connected to CFIN system. Now, if you create a GL in all those 10 systems, how will you ensure that 10 GLs are created in CFIN system and mapping is updated? So for that purpose, you have to build a governance that when GL is created in ECC, it should also be created in CFIN and should be mapped. If you miss that step, your transaction posted on that GL will end up in error. So that's why it is important that which is the original source of the data for that GL. Is it a CFIN system and the data is coming back to ECC, or is it a ECC system and the data is flowing automatically or manually, and how mappings are maintained? It is somebody inform somebody on email saying Mr. A is saying to Mr. B, hey, I created GL in ECC. Now can you create in CFIN and map it? Or is it an automatic email, and what are the controls in this place? So that's why it is important, because multiple systems talks in CFIN scenario. Is MDG mandatory? MDG is master data governance. MDG is an SAP tool. MDG as a tool is not mandatory. You can still live in CFIN without MDG, but MDG as a process is recommended. When I say process and tool, one is a standard product name called SAP Master Data Governance. You implement or you don't implement, and there are non-SAP tools as well. But MDG as a process, I just give you example. If you create ECC in ECC GL, then that GL has to flow in S4 in CFIN system. That is a process. That is a governance. That GL should be created, should be mapped. Then only your process is complete. So that end-to-end process step is part of process of the governance process. So that's why I said MDG is mandatory. Tool no, process yes, recommended. Can we run CFIN without SAP MDG? Yes, CFIN can run without MDG. MDG is needed for governance, but CFIN is only needed for needs data management as mandatory component. So if you don't need a whole full-fledged governance, that you need a workflow process, somebody is creating, requesting, somebody is approving, somebody is creating, then you don't need actually MDG, which is a full-fledged version. But in CFIN, you need the data management, where data should be created in both systems, source and CFIN, and it should be mapped. So that data component is important, governance component is not important in CFIN. Okay. And CFIN uses MDG Lite. It's part of the CFIN license itself. So you don't need to worry from licensing perspective that even if I want to use a mandatory data management component, I should be getting a license as well. So that CFIN MDG Lite is part of CFIN license itself. So before I conclude and come to next slide, yes, in summary, data governance is important component, because if you imagine the data volume, if you have hundreds of vendor being created every day in multiple systems, you have to ensure that your CFIN system is aligned with those data volumes. Also, you have to decide whether you want to have centralized data governance or a decentralized data governance. When I say centralized, it's you create in one MDG system or in one CFIN system, and it flows into multiple source systems. or decentralizes, you create in multiple source systems and it will flow automatically to your CFIN system and get mapped. So I have done it through iDocs, where customer creates a GL in ECC system. It comes through automatically through iDocs in S4 system, and mapping is built through custom programs. So it depends. Data governance is recommended. MDG as a tool is not something which is mandatory, but decentralized data governance or centralized data governance is part of the overall data strategy and the organizational enterprise architecture. And data management is very much important and mandatory component of central finance, because central finance is all about playing on the data. You have millions of transactions running. On those millions of transactions, you need at least few thousand, hundred thousands of vendors, customer, GL, profit center, cost center, all those things, all those set of data has to come. So that's all for today in terms of data governance. If you see this summary now, we have like 22 videos available on the channel. All those videos are talking about central finance in FAQ format, and we will also come up with the more detailed configuration topics as well in coming time. But for now, keep on sharing and subscribe to the channel and view, and of course please post your questions to the video comments, and I will take that up in the next video. Thank you so much.